Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Very good to see you back. Today's video is about my Chelsea's player of the year or my Chelsea's player of the season. Obviously it's a very difficult decision to make where I myself am confused who to choose out of my top 3. I do have very good players. And we all know that a lot of players have performed very good, including Tammy Abraham, who deserved a shout out right now because he is not in my top 3. I thought Tammy Abraham was the top goal scorer for Chelsea this season, and he had a very nice beginning of the season, but I think then he got overworked and not at his best. But really shout out for Tammy Abraham. Fantastic job, Tammy Abraham. We appreciate your good performance, and I'm sure it was very amazing moment seeing you scoring 2 goals in 2 matches in a row and then scoring a hat-trick, being the youngest Chelsea player to score a hat-trick until Christian Pulisic follows you. So taking out Tammy Abraham, now let me go back to my top 3 players who I think should be the top 3 players for the Chelsea player of the season. Number 1, Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic has been performing fantastic whenever he has been called on the pitch, creating chances, scoring goals, making assists, creating difficulty against the opponent, being very direct, flashlight kind of player, the one who pulls the attention of the entire team. That's Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic in the Premier League played 25 games. Out of those 25, he started in 19 games, scored 9 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. That means involved in 13 goals. Out of those 25 appearances, he had ended the Premier League with 80% passing accuracy. Not bad at all for a young American player playing in the English Premier League top 4 team for the first time. My number 2 player being in the top 3 this season is Oliver Giroud. Oliver Giroud should be the reason why they're in the Champions League next season. The end of the season would through that tough time, it would have not been where we would have ended the season if it was not for Oliver Giroud. Yes, Giroud, you have been a fantastic performer to Chelsea. Bonjour, we appreciate it. You have been a fantastic professional throughout your time at Chelsea. Never complained. Whenever you're asked to perform, you go, you perform, you score goals, you make assists. You have been a fantastic performer, Oliver Giroud. In this Premier League, although you have been asked to join and play in the Premier League very late, Oliver Giroud has played 18 games in the Premier League. Out of those 18 appearances that he made in the Premier League, he has started in 12 of them. He scored 8 goals, 35 shots out of his 23%. That's not bad, guys, for a second striker in a team in the top 4. Although I believe we could have had better. But really, Oliver Giroud deserved to play much earlier this season. I really believe that Oliver Giroud deserved to win the Chelsea's player of the season, because I believe if it was not for him, we would not have been in the top 4. We would not have fantastic goals. Talking about the 3rd player who I believe should be the Chelsea's player of the season, no one other than Mason Mount. Yes, MM is my player of the season, Mason Mount. The guy has played in 37 games, appeared in 37 games out of the 38 games in the Premier League for Chelsea. Out of those 37 games, he started 32. and scored 7 goals in the Premier League, created 5 assists. Now I'm just talking about the Premier League. That means the total conversion in the Premier League, 12 goals, with a passing accuracy much better than Christian Pulisic, 86% for Mason Mount passing accuracy. Now that's fucking good for someone playing in the Premier League for the first time, guys. Come on, let's be honest. Is that not good for someone playing in the Premier League for the first time? Chelsea has not had a player coming to the academy who plays 37 games out of 38 in the Premier League. Never. I don't even think John Terry played 37 games out of 38 in his first season. Mason Mount, who has appeared 53 games this season, in 53 games, guys, 3 games in the complete season for Chelsea, scoring 8 times, creating 6 assists, and being involved in goal 14 times, with passing accuracy of 86%. And that's what I think, guys. My personal Chelsea's player of the season has to be not Oliver Giroud, the one who scored so many goals to make us win and reach the top 4, not Christian Pulisic, who has outshined at the end of the season, but the person who has been performing throughout the season, from the beginning of the season till the end, having good performances throughout the season. I cannot deny that in the middle his form dipped down, but later by the end of the season he was trying to get back to his form and ended the season very well, and finishing it with 14 goals involvement. That's Mason Mount, guys. So that's my player of the season. Like I said, Mason Mount is my Chelsea's player of the season. I have already voted that on Chelsea's website and mobile app. You guys can go ahead and try doing it on the mobile app of Chelsea app, which is called the Fifth Stand, and find out. It's going to be coming out very soon. In a few weeks we will get to know who was our Chelsea's player of the season. Thank you so much for being part of my channel, Elias_CFC, Chelsea Football Club, all over again. Much love, peace.